everyone. You know what time it is. It's Monday and it's one-ish. It's your favorite show, Dream Do Done. Your accountability broadcast from process to progress. Your three favorite girls, the how-to coach, Tamara Hartley, Serena Brown, Travis, the pulpit chick, and myself, Dr. Stacey N.C. Grant, Chief Faithpreneur. Thank you for tuning in. You know, we get all into our pre-show. So that's why one-ish gives us a little window. As long as the clock don't strike two, we haven't struck out. So we are here with another episode. It's too much going on in the world, right? It's trauma after trauma after trauma. And then your own life, your own business, your own job, your own family situation. So we're going to have a different kind of show today just to lighten the mood a little bit. I don't know what's going on with Old Man Winter. Who pissed him off because he is not leaving? And I'm tired of sprinter happening. We need spring. But let me just yield the microphone, as we say on the Clubhouse app. You know, I'm slightly addicted to that. Over to the how-to coach, Tamara Hartley, so she can give her greetings.
Did she just say sprinter? Stacey, I'm going to start calling you little Jesse Jackson because you know you make up some words. That's our brother. I love him. But he does make up some words. Hello, everybody. It's been a great week. I actually felt like I had a weekend this weekend. I don't know what it was. It felt longer than usual. And I actually got a lot of stuff done. So it's been a great week. I'm happy to be here and happy to see my sisters. You know, it's so funny when Stacey said that, you know, we usually get here, just so you know, we usually get here a little early. I'm not even going to say what time we get here, just so you know, we do got the green room shenanigans going on at all times. But it's worth it because when we come to you, we're ready.
Absolutely. And the pulpit chick, what's the blessing you have for us up in the house today?
Listen, another day in the journey, and the Lord has blessed me. I mean, just happy to still be in the number. It has been, as you all know, and my sisters know, it has just been a roller coaster of a ride for myself and my family here lately. But we are here and so grateful to still be alive and well, to muster a smile through some of life's challenges that has just come kind of back to back to back. So nonetheless, laughter has definitely been good for the soul. And even I'll share a little bit of news. My dad has told everyone, my father has found his biological family. So
yes,
of having our ups and our downs and, you know, death and all the other stuff, we are so grateful that we have the opportunity this summer to meet with people that, you know, we share the same bloodline with. Some of them actually, I look like them because they're older than me. So see some similarities with our smile. And it's been fun, you know, trying to figure all of this out. So it has been a wonderful weekend. It's also been a challenging weekend. But nonetheless, I am here and grateful to still be alive.
Absolutely. And, you know, let's give a 1-2 shout out for the highlights that our sister Tamara has, because it's popping on the screen. Important observation. If you see something new, honey, the highlights is just highlighting all that black melanin, honey. That's what it's popping.
I had to bring my own spring in.
And hey, Dr. Jacqueline. And yes, we are excited for our dear, you know, Tamara and I call him our spiritual father. He is your biological father, Les Brown. And we are thrilled that he has made that connection, because it's something when you can actually trace back and find something that's been missing your whole life. You know, that's my prayer for my father, who does not know any family on, you know, his parents' side. And, you know, my grandmother passed away when he was 13. So all we've had is my aunt. So I can just imagine, as he's been sharing the story with me and I'm listening, I'm like, oh, I pray I can somehow find a way to do that for my dad before he transitions. So yes, hello from California. Great to see you. And thank you for joining us and being here. So typically on the show, we're doing one of three things: entertaining you, so you'll get all your smile muscles. It helps to contract the midsection. It could kill some visceral fat. 2, we also educate you on information that can help you in your life when it comes to your business, when it comes to being a mother, when it comes to being a wife, because that's what the three of us are, and some of the tactical ways that you move through a progress in life. Nothing happens overnight. If somebody told you it did, they lied. And if would you see what is perceived to be overnight success, that's a joke and it's not sustainable. Okay? Because we know a whole lot of one-hit wonders and things. You're like, well, where are they now? Gone. right? So you need to build on a solid foundation that allows you to achieve your goals in life, whatever those goals are. And today we wanted to do something which we're also known to do is some fun topics, things that just help us exhale, because we've been dealing with a lot of heavy topics, a lot of challenges that we see happening in the news, that are happening in our own lives. And spring is here. Well, spring is allegedly here, because I still got an attitude up here in New York. I don't even understand how we having sprinter still. I'm like, who did it? Who pissed off old man winter? Let him go lay down. Sit down, old man winter. We need some spring. We need some things that'll make us smile. I need vitamin D. And not only do we physically need it for our body, it also helps our mental health. When you're going through challenges and you're going through sad times, a lot of people have lost so many loved ones. I mean, we haven't seen the record of numbers that we've seen in history or to date, right? I won't go back as far as the epidemic and pandemic of previous years, but in this time, the last responders can't even keep up. You know, I have some who are part of my organization, and they come and say, please pray for us. We can't make enough caskets fast enough. Like this is real time. Funeral directors are burying families at one time. So when we say things have been heavy, they've been heavy. But with spring coming, let's hope that we can turn around some things. And this spring cleaning tips, I thought it was just something cute as we were talking about and discussing some of the things that we can do in the midst of what we see happening, not only with COVID, but just getting rid and moving through some of the things that can be beneficial. And a lot of this list deals with what we've talked about on the show, that there's a process. And in the process, we've hit on some of these tips, which I thought would be beneficial in my discussion with my sisters. And they were like, yeah, let's hit it. Let's jump into this today and just go over some of the basics. Some of this will be review for those who've been taking notes in class on things that we've talked about previously. And others might make you go, that may help, because we want to clear out the old, make room for the new. I'm claiming victory and abundance. The pulpit chick got me stirred. All right, let's start with the first one. Make a schedule.
Before you go with the first one, can I just say that this is not out of dress code. I mean, normally I would be out of dress code. But the truth of the matter is, I've had so many challenges back to back to back. I decided I'm going to be fun. I'm going to wear, first of all, I'm a huge kid. So I love the Rugrats. I love SpongeBob. I love cartoons. So I decided today, we're just letting it all hang out. We're doing it. And I put my shirt on, and it made me happy.
you would go ahead and share that at the beginning of the show. I was going to wait for the end and call it out. See?
Yeah. No. Well, if you want to call it out, we'll call out my shoes. How about that?
Oh, boy.
You see that?
And it matches.
I had to add some color. So before we get all technical, because we have the how-to coach and we have the action despite the distraction. Listen, I just put on something that was fun. That's my advice for today. Put on something that's going to make you smile. All right, I digress.
I love it. And we need to do that, right? We need to, because we have to smile. People are pent up. It's like there's just so much tension in the air and everybody's, so a little levity helps us to just move through and have some fun times, because I don't do it if it's not fun. I'm at the stage of my life where I can choose, honey. If you miserable, bye boo. Like if you not gonna bring me no good news, I don't want to talk to you. I have the right to do that. So as we're moving through cleaning out, we've talked about the importance of the right people in your life, but it's also environmentally and mentally. Make a schedule. We talked about this before, right? Just planning. Yeah. If you don't start planning, what's the old saying? You fail to plan, you plan to fail. So just making a schedule. We've talked about the ways in which we have tactical ways that we share and teach in our sessions. I have the daily focus of 3. Tamara has the time blocks. Serena has her process. So we all have a process, and in our fun process, and in our Dream Do Done journal that some of you have purchased, you see that we give you an opportunity to really plan and figure out what's next and what you're doing for each day. But I'm gonna let Tamara talk about the declutter, and then I'm gonna let Serena talk about the HEPA. Now the HEPA, that's optional, but there's a reason why I want her to talk about that. So Tamara, over to you with declutter.
Just real quick about the schedule though, because I was one of those people who just refused to make a schedule for so long because I'm like, a schedule kind of holds me back. But I found out that a schedule is really your friend. A schedule is something that you use. A lot of people get down on themselves if they don't stick to the schedule, but a schedule kind of lets you know what you can be doing at this given moment. You know what I mean? And so sometimes people use a schedule and they just stay so rigid and then they end up throwing it out altogether. But a schedule is really good. I was one of those people who had everything in their head, but when stuff is in your head, you're not checking it off. So I'm just a proponent of making a schedule and following it and getting into that routine. But I had just said this, and I hadn't looked at this full list before we started, but declutter is one of my favorite terms. And I look at it not just declutter, your space and your desk and your atmosphere, but you got to declutter your life. Make sure that what's in your life is what needs to be working for you right now. If something is no longer serving you, is no longer fitting you, get rid of it. Like Stacey said, if something's not fun for her, she gets rid of it. Don't think that just because you started something, you have to keep doing it. When you declutter, it's everything. It's not just, yes, please pick up the trash. We don't need you having trash all over the place. But when you declutter, you also get yourself prepared for the next, prepared to do your work. I cannot sit down here and get started if I have things all over the place. So I have to take time to declutter just my area, my life, all of that good stuff. So I love the word declutter.
Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. Now, this is a cleaning tool, right? And we have some expertise from the pulpit chick on this area, but this is just an example of why to use a HEPA, but just more generally, Serena, what would you like to share on this one? Because everybody might not own a HEPA vacuum.
No, everyone may not own a HEPA vacuum, but as I was thinking about what you all have said, and I thought I just creatively came up with some acronyms for HEPA for this purpose. Number one, get help. We cannot declutter our lives without getting the help, advice from other people. So H is for help. E, express yourself. When I get help, I have to tell someone exactly what's going on. So I have to express everything that's on my plate. I can't hide it, because if I hide it, I'm not fully decluttering what's going on in my life. So E, express yourself. P, process your emotions. Don't be trying to be strong. We are not getting trophies and pins and stickers because we're not letting our emotions flow. So again, when you're trying to remove dust and dirt and everything out of your life, A or H, get help. E, express yourself. P, process your emotions. And last and not least, ask for help. Ask for help, not because you're weak, but ask for help to remain strong. So that for me, I know it's not technically a HEPA vacuum, but nonetheless, if you want to get some things out of your life, you cannot do it by yourself. And so get help, express yourself, process your emotions, and ask for help. And I will tell you, the benefit of being around the ladies from Dream Do Done is that if I need help, I'm like, hey, let's get on at 12:30 so I can cry first, and then we'll try to get it together before 1 o'clock. But for me, that is the HEPA process, to remove the dust and the dirt out of your life, recognizing that you cannot do it alone.
No fair. That was a sermon. You cheated.
Exactly.
I didn't know. Let's go back to declutter. C is for.
Okay. Did she just pull a Les Brown on us? Did she just pull a Les Brown? That's what she did.
That's your number 2. That's the second one. Now, ladies and gentlemen, prior to us getting on the show, I let her get one off by saying that I acted just like my father. That's what you get for being in seminary. Now she gave us her points and
exactly. I'm like, okay, that's what we doing. That's what we doing. Oh, I love it. I love it. This is a good one today, but it's so true. I mean, somebody need to we need to take that clip. I'm gonna have that clip edited so we can just play it over again. That was a full service for real.
But wait, no. So I'm totally going on the thing, but I just thought about something. I said, so Les Brown did embarrass me truly. One day he said from the stage, he got people questioning my mama now. He always jokes that I'm like his kid and his stepchild, But one day he said, Tamara's mother just has not revealed the truth to her about who her father is. I said, you know what? Stop questioning my mama. She was young when she had me. You don't want that smoke.
Oh, Lord. And listen, the truth of the matter is you do look a little too much like that.
It had everybody going,
Right. I'm like, okay.
Wait, well now if Les is just finding out about his family, maybe everybody needs to spit the cup out.
Oh Lord!
Oh my God! Back to the decluttering and spring.
Back to the show. We are off the chain today, ladies and gentlemen. We told you we need to keep it light. Life has been a lot. So if you watching the replay and you cracking up, just hashtag replay. If you watch it live and it's giving you an opportunity to just release some anxiety, we hope these spring cleaning tips plus our humor brings you some joy today. So think green when you spring clean, right? So everything affects the environment. That's why we freezing in April in New York, because global warming is real. So think green when you spring clean. We just had Earth Day. If there are things that you can do that will mitigate the amount of toxins we put in the air and the amount of pollution, just think about it. And then these are some simple ones that work from the top down. You don't want to start working and you go to the top and then everything falls down. Walls and windows need love too. This is not my lane. This is not my portion. Hire somebody if you need to hire somebody, right? Like just not my portion. You got to know your portion in life, not my portion. I'll let you all jump in on this one. Don't be scared of the kitchen and the bathroom, which I think is hilarious. And they're giving some tips that you can do there as well. And the other one is don't forget about your air, which is important. Filters with COVID-19 and everything that's going on, making sure you're circulating and getting out the toxic things that are in your house or in your environment. And then the last two, severe allergies, how to protect yourself, and let spring cleaning set a new tone. That's where I want us to focus on for the rest of our conversation today, is just let it set a new tone. Like if you change something, move something, throw out something, create something, it gives you a new swagger in your step. Just like ladies, when we get our hair done, we got that's my husband said, every time she get her hair done, I got to deal with a whole new attitude. Like you get another little in your step. If men get a haircut, they feel a little snazzy. You get a little makeup done, nails done, hair did. And, all of that makes you feel good. But it's the same thing if you do something new in your life. If there's a goal, a dream that's been sitting and you finally start doing something, you finally start making progress, and then you get it done, it sets a new tone in your life for what's possible. So this is not just environmentally, it's mentally. It's physically, it's emotionally, it's financially. You do something different in order to get a different result. So it's time to set a new tone.
Yeah. And, and one of the things, just dealing with this pandemic and everyone being in the house for so long, one of the things that I did, I have a nail tech that only has like one person in their shop at a time. So I went to him and got my nails done just because I was tired of looking at them. And I'm like, you know what? This is something that I was meticulous about, but kind of let go during the pandemic. I said I had to get back to me and get back to, caring about, sweatpants, all that stuff. We got very relaxed during COVID-19 and pandemic. But when I get dressed, when I do my hair, when I get my nails done, I start feeling like my old self again. And sometimes we have to do that, just to get ourselves out of a funk or a rut we could have got in during this pandemic. So it's really important that self-care is absolutely important. I encourage you, if that's something that lifts your spirits, do it for yourself. Get yourself back where you're used to being, while you're spring clean yourself. Get out the sweatpants, unwrap the hair, like just do something for yourself.
I think also too, and I think it was point number 8, or I'm saying point number 8, tip. The 8th tip, which talks about don't forget about your air. And so for me, and yes, I'm all in seminary today. That's a metaphor for me. I can't hide who I am. But for me, when you kind of breeze by that particular tip, but I think about the air around us. I think about how we were able to contract COVID, and it travels through the air. And so we believe if we make that metaphorically in our life, to clean up the air around us, clean up the gossip, clean up what we hear, clean up the folks that are in our lives that may be either pouring into us or taking and extracting greatness out of us. And so just don't forget about your air. What is around you? What are you surrounded by? And is it enhancing you? Is it actually, do you need a filter for your air? Or are you good to go? I mean, my sisters here, I don't need a filter when I talk to them, and they don't need a filter when they talk to me, because I know that they are pouring into me. I know if there's criticism, it's from love, and usually they're right. And they're
You cut out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. Right? Tell Zoom. we'll give Zoom a review after this. Nevertheless, don't forget about your air. And if your air, metaphorically, if your air all around you always needs a filter, if you talk to one person and then you have to call someone else to cheer you up or listen to a song to get you in a better mood, then you're probably going to need to cut that air off in your life so that you can indeed get to a new place where you are. And so that gets us to the point number 10, which is let spring cleaning set a new tone. So if that means cutting off relationships that are not serving you, you do exactly that. If that means adjusting a business, I mean, we're not telling you to get away from your dream. We're just saying maybe you have to do some adjustments and some tweaks to set a new tone. Then you do just that. This is a perfect opportunity to hit the reset button to start again.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Pulpit Chick said it all, honey. This is a full sermon. We will pass the offering plate and we will have the choir coming up next to sing. That was a full, complete sermon. And nothing else to say. That's a drop the mic, because clearly she came prepared. She came armed. We like when you're relaxed and the spirit just moved. But this was an opportunity for you to learn the HEPA lesson. Boys and girls, what have we learned today? Adjust your ear. Everybody say, adjust your ear.
You're working on number 3, Stacey. I mean, it's almost right there.
Wait a minute. I'm just waiting. Look at your neighbor and say, adjust your ear.
Oh my goodness. This, I don't know about anybody else, but this was good for me, honey. It was the heifer for me. This was a good show, but we hope that a little bit of levity is what you needed today. That as we endeavor to do one-ish every Monday afternoon, is bring you content, bring you information that will move you from just a place of dreaming. We all have dreams, and we don't want those dreams to die with you. We want you to start doing so you can get them done, so that there's a way that you measure your productivity, and there's some process that comes with the progress. You can't do one without the other and expect, I should say, sustainable results. You can have a one-off, or you might have something that seems random, but if you really want to have that continuation of seeing the traction that you've built yield some positive results, you have to go through the process. So we're here to do that, entertain you, bless you, pray for you, encourage you. And celebrate you on the journey. So make sure, if you have not gone and gotten your copy of Dream Do Done, our journal, Tamara's going to tell you how to do that as we close out our show today.
Absolutely. So this is what it looks like. You can go to our website, dreamdodone.com. Make sure you stay tuned to all the things we have coming up, including one of our master classes. Make sure you get on that waiting list. I'm telling you, it's going to be fire. You don't want to miss that. So get on the waiting list and get your journal as well.
All right. Final words from Bishop. Pulpit Chick. Final words from you.
Nope. I ain't got nothing else to say. Nothing. I'm gonna be quiet next week.
No. We missed you because you had some interruptions in the last couple of weeks that you were limited with our time, but we got the full breadth of the blessing today. So we are very pleased and grateful. Everyone, have a wonderful week. May this last week of April be your best week of the year yet. And we'll be back again at the top of May. Another wonderful month for those who have a chance to celebrate graduations. Mother's Day is every day, so it's not just in May. It's every day to remember the mom that's still here or the one that might be looking from above. But I demand to be celebrated every day up in my house. So enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you next time, one-ish, Monday afternoon.